Today I am in Wilson Landing Park in Seminole County, Florida. Gonna check out the trails. Looks like we're pretty close to the Wekiva River here. Hopefully we don't get any problems with any gators. Hey, so glad you joined me. Picture up. Wekiva Wild Scenic River System. Wilson Landing Park. There's all the stuff you want to posit. But these rivers go all the way back to the Seminole Indians. Used a lot of these rivers and springs. And around this whole area, there's a lot of, there's Wekiva Springs, there's Rock Springs. There's a lot of amazing springs around this area. In this location here in Central Florida. It's a pretty amazing spot, actually. So I'm gonna venture on and see where this thing takes me today. Oh, it's beautiful out here though, isn't it? I didn't realize how addicting this would get. Well, I don't think it goes very far. I think it ends right here. Well, hey, we're exploring, right? But isn't this beautiful? I mean, if you come out here, you can see the river. There's a little turtle over there on a tree stump. And I'm sorry about the wind. It is a windy day today here in Central Florida. So hopefully I'll be able to clean it up. I'm using the lapel. So if you hear a lot of noise, I apologize. Nothing I can do about the elements. But man, sometimes, oh, there's two turtles. Sometimes you just got to stop and smell the turtles. There's like one turtle there. There's the other one hidden out over there. But you know, doing this, I never realized, this is day 33 of doing this. I never realized how addicting this is. I'm not saying from the vlog perspective. I'm saying I'm actually looking forward to getting out and walking and just exploring and getting out in the elements. Because, you know, the things I do, it's more for, you know, editing, sitting down, editing video, writing music. So you're very stationary. And I'm just grateful and thankful that I have found a new hobby, that I've combined two things that I love to do, was document and just get out in the elements and see this beauty. It's just, you can't beat this, folks. You really can't. I remember, let's see if I can find the trails around here. I remember years ago, as a teenager, I don't know where we were. I think we were at Rock Springs, which I need to go there. I think I'm going to do a whole series on these areas around here, these springs eventually when I get to it. But we rented a canoe. And so we were actually going down this river, rented a canoe. And I think I was with my friend, Roger Cox, who I just recently saw. He came into town, and Doug Eldridge, riding in these canoes. And we kept just joking around like, hey, gator, gator, gator. So, and we were kind of green when it came to canoeing. We didn't really know what we were doing. But we kept going, gator, gator, gator. And then literally, you know, we were crying wolf. And literally we got in the weeds and there's this huge gator on this log. And it went into the water, went under our canoe. We flipped the canoe. And literally, I never thought I could walk on water. I walked on water that day, I'm telling you. I got right back in that canoe. Boy, that was pretty scary. But it looks like there's a lot of cool grounds here. You can have functions here, grill out, do different things. A lot of land here. First time I ever been here. Sometimes you just got to look around in the area. You can find cool stuff. Hey, look at that. They're actually, is that a big ass fan? There's actually a brand There it is. It's better. That fan right there. It's a whole company called Big Ass Fan, but I don't think that is a big ass fan. It is a big ass fan, but not the brand Big Ass Fan. Man, that looks like it could do some damage to you. Yeah, going to these places kind of remind me of my childhood or my youth. Especially like days like today. It's like a Sunday, the recording of this, and our youth group used to go out and just go to these parks. We'd go, instead of having traditional youth group, he would take us out somewhere, watch the sun go down, and just be part of the elements, grill out, do things. But this is nice. Just got to find a trail. There's so much open area here. The beauty. I actually was going to go to, oh my gosh, what was that? Moss. I was actually going to go to one spot. What was the location? It was Bear Lake something. And I saw a sign, and it was way out and out. I was like, man, this is going to be a good trail, a lot of nature. And then I saw a sign, hunting today. And I'm like, this is the middle of nowhere. The trails are sketchy. I mean, that's like hiking days, and you can like camp out there and things. So I was like, I think I'm going to pass on that one for today. I think I'm just going to call that one a day. Don't want to get shot by a deer hunter or a bear hunter. I don't think you can hunt bears. And I was thinking that too, is like, the deeper I get into this, I've got to get better shoes. I'm a big Adidas guy. So I rotate shoes. I buy, some brand new shoes every year, and I keep them through the year and just rotate them through the year. But I don't have really good walking shoes. God, I sound old now. I'm talking about walking shoes, getting walking shoes and getting out there and walking. But it's a great habit to have now. Just getting out here in the elements of Central Florida. There's a lot can be seen around here. Sometimes you just gotta open up the horizons, and everything doesn't cost a price. It was free to come to this area. Gives me something new to look at. I've been rotating some of these trails I've been walking on as of late, and this is getting me out and about, exploring new places as I'm walking, talking, getting the steps in and vlogging. But man, this is a really cool place. It's just really open area. You got kids, come out, grill out, have a family function. You can play football out here. They can play hide and seek. Do a lot of cool things out here. Not too shabby. Oh man. I came out a little bit earlier. It's like midday. It's around 2-ish. I typically record these things around 4 when the sun's going down a little bit. Just trying something new, but I was just antsy. I was like working on stuff this morning, and I was working on stuff late last night. I get in these real big creative binges of just output. And after I uploaded and edited the vlog yesterday, I started working on something else. I was working on I have another YouTube channel. It's just been kind of sitting stagnant. And so I started working on this channel. I said, hey, let me go back. It's monetized. I can make some money on this. I know how to do it. So I started working on like this documentary piece, which I'll show you a real clip. But I'm gonna do like deep dives into religious organizations, political organizations, and just take my time with it. If I release once a month or twice a month, but I'm just gonna slowly work on it when I feel like working on it. So started working on that last night. Here's a clip of that. You can take a look at it.
We come before you, we worship you,
It's Sunday morning. You're in a room with 1,000 other people. The lights are low, the music is swelling.
It looks like there's some kind of trail, but I can't get to it from here. That's what it looks like. Wonder why. There's like some kind of gate. Guess it's private. A lot of bears out here too, black bears. That's what I was thinking about a lot. I was going back to shoes. I didn't really finish that thought because I'm ADHD. I'm all over the place looking around at what's available in this area. But yeah, got to get me some shoes. I've got a little backpack on today. I brought some gator weight with me because I've noticed as I started walking, I really haven't brought anything to drink with me. A couple times I felt like I was getting a little bit dehydrated, dizzy, maybe pushing myself. I'm walking at a slow pace now. When I'm not filming, I try to walk at a higher rate, get the heart going. But yeah, so more things to do on the list when money comes in. Priority, get some good walking shoes. I wonder what kind of walking shoes are available these days. Should I get an Adidas style of walking shoes? I don't know. So with this too, I don't have the ND filter. I brought it with me, just don't have it. So if these nitpickers on the interwebs see things go in and out with light, I'll do my best to try to fix that in post. Also the wind, like right there, you can hear that. Not much more I can do about that. But anyways, I've been on a real creative journey as of late. Just really been putting output out. As I was stating, started working on this short film documentary exposing the worship scene in the church, of things that people just don't realize when it comes to worship music. But then also, a partner of mine, Gus, he's been wanting to do a lot of short films. We're doing a short film next month with this other guy, which I'm a producer on, but he says, hey, I really want to do like a comedy short film. I said, well, I've been writing something. So I finished writing that last night and I went down a dark path. And I think it's too high budge for what he was trying to do, because we're doing this with our resources, what we already have. And so I started writing music, generating it with AI, but it's just like this real dark 1960s show tune type of vibe. The script is brilliant. And that's the beauty about AI sometimes. You can just like flush out ideas when you're writing lyrics and prompting. You can get a real sound dialed in without trying to bring a whole band and figure it out. Because I think if we did it, we would definitely redo the music. There's no question. But it's, I like it. He might go, bro, I don't know. So the premise is just basically, I gotta watch out for dog poop. The premise of it is, it's like this pastor, all pastors think they're comedians. They have their congregation at the palm of their hands. Whenever they say and everybody laughs. And granted, in the moment, they do say hilarious things. And there's other pastors out there that think they have the gift of comedy and they just fall flat. But the congregation gives them courtesy laughs. So anyways, the premise is it's based on a pastor who just thinks that beyond the realm of his congregation, he can go out and do stand-up comedy in a club. And it's almost like a mockumentary. Think like mock interviews where he's going to be interviewed and he's kind of talking to the camera. The camera is present. And he's aware of the camera. It's kind of, he's being documented. But then it shows him in the elements of the church and trying to go into the comedy scene. But in between, it's almost a musical. A comedy musical. And the music I wrote to, it's hilarious. Very church humor, dark, clean. I'm not making fun of anything, but I am making fun of that element of that culture. If you grew up in that culture, you completely understand. You completely understand it. There's a trail over here. I think there is. Let's see. Walk over here. Maybe. We'll try that out in a minute here. Yeah, apparently it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of trails. That one over there says no trespassing. So I guess it's just kind of an open area. You can kind of walk around. I'll just walk around here a couple times, get some steps in, finish the chat. But really peaceful. Not a lot of people out here. There's a couple people here. I think I'm the only person out here now. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. I might go sit back on the river there and enjoy that. But yeah, the creative output as of late has been extraordinary. And I think that's a good thing of not being in a relationship, because you can have these moments where you just start getting working. You don't have to worry about anybody else. You can just dive into it, and you don't have someone going, are you coming to bed? Or what are you doing? Or, you know what I mean? I value relationships, but I think it's just hard for ultra hyper creative people, if you're not with someone like that, for them to completely understand what you do. Let me see this. We'll go back to the sign here. So, looks like we are here, but you see this whole area. See, I was at Blackwater Creek, which I was going to go, no, wait a minute. No, yeah, Blackwater Creek. I was over here. There had some hunting going on there. So I came here, but my options are limited here. There's really no trails, but it says number 5, there's some trails, but where? If I'm here, I got to cross the road, but I just tried to do that and said no trespassing. Man, this is confusing. But as you see, there's so much springs, places you can walk, hike, all in this area. And this is all a reserve, a lot of black bears. Pretty cool place. So I'm just gonna walk around a little bit, get some more steps in. If I don't get enough in, I'll just go down to the regular trail. Just trying to mix it up for the vlog. Also, I was, studying how YouTube works. I've always studied YouTube. I've appreciated the art of YouTube. And something, if you're doing content, I think what works best on YouTube is the destination point. It's where you got to have a destination. You got to tell viewers where you're going. So I'm going to start working that into the flow of the rhythm of this thing that I'm experimenting with, this daily experiment of day 34 of documenting the journey, the whole point of getting out and walking and documenting everything around you, documenting my life, things, how to bring in conversations. And I'm just training the brain to always be thinking of ways to make this better and make it my own. Do something that necessarily hasn't been done before and mix it. But it has to be routine-based and destination-based to work on YouTube. And that's what I need to start really targeting it a lot more as I do this. Really the focus of the destination. And then having talks within the destination added to it. I know most people probably don't find this type of content interesting, but I do. I mean, this is what creatives talk about. And there's different type of creatives. Like, I was in a meeting last week talking to one of my music artists, and we were talking about he wants to do a live stream. So I started talking about the protocols of live streaming, how to do it. And he was literally, I'm not even kidding you, falling asleep. To each his own. But I dive deep down in the creative wells, even in the engineering aspect of things, when I'm fascinated with some type of creative art. There's an endpoint, but there's technology now behind it. There's machinery. So I like to dive into that. Love to dive into cameras, you know, the art of YouTube. Always learning, diving into music tools, things, work around in studios, how to mix better, how to write better. Just always learning. These are the things that I like to do. And now I feel like I'm getting out of my comfort zone. Yes, I am a hyper, super creative, that now I think I have some hobbies now that I can do, that I can now relate. I used to love to play basketball, but my knees just can't do that anymore. And I feel like now with hiking, walking, I have a common ground. Yeah, they might have to get over me vlogging or whatever, but that passion, I really want to dive into this. I want to build up endurance and try to do a little bit more longer hikes, try to do 10 miles in a day, those type of adventures. There'd be more weekend adventures when I'm not necessarily working so much, but really dive into that. And even like the hike journeys of walking long distance, like even having the Disney pass, you know, is going to help. Walking around the parks, man, you can put in good 5 miles, 10 miles if you park hop and you're walking. So that's the completion of what I'm trying to do with this channel. It's always evolving, trying different things, but that's the heartbeat of it. To find like-minded people that like to do the same type of things I like to do and build some friendships, build some relationships. That's the goal. In any event, I got to tell you, if you watch this, I'm thankful for you. I really am. There's so much content you could be watching of how to do this or look at me or big explosions. I want this to be relaxed, a conversation piece of just communicating with you and documenting the journey. It's always easy to do. And remember, that's what you have to do. It's find a destination. If you're going through something in the heart of life, don't be so hard on yourself. Find a destination where you need to be headed and document the journey. It's good therapy. And again, distracted because I see this trail and I still want to go there, but it's like blocked off. See, new addictions for me. But document the journey. Always. Because it's good therapy. Even if you don't do anything with the footage, just upload it. Upload it to YouTube. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm not pushing this content to my friends or my colleagues. I'm just doing it and see where YouTube takes it. Day 34 of doing this, it's helped me tremendously. If I can tell you anything with this so far, this has helped me. It's created a new rhythm in my life where my body is craving these walks and getting out. It's like, hey man, let's go. It's therapeutic. And I can say to really train your brain to really new habits, it takes a little bit over 30 days, especially when you got to push through. Even when your body says no, you just got to do it. And then also doing this, I've done this for years. This comes very easy to me, to talk into a camera or a microphone or whatever. I've been doing it for so long. So just go out and do it. I encourage you to do so. And tell me that you are, and I'll check out your channel. All right, folks, here's the deal. Joe Biden, remember we talked like this. We're gonna do this over here. There was like different dimensions of Joe Biden, his voice, if I remember correctly. I had one dialed in, but there was like, he'd go on these different phases of different voices. But anyways, I don't know why I said all that. Hey, Lord willing, I'll catch you on the next Creative on the Mend, which would be tomorrow. Day 34. Walking, talking, destination, vlogging, right here on this channel, Creative on the Mend. See you on the next one. Man, look at this. That trail's just calling my name and I can't get over there. What in the world?